So, you have a question, a burning question like, why do cats knock things off tables? Or maybe, how do I cook rice without it becoming a sticky mess? In the old days, you'd ask your grandma, or you'd go to a library. A library! Can you imagine? Today, you have two champions ready to fight for your attention. In one corner, we have the undisputed king of search, the heavyweight champion of the internet, Google. It's been around forever. It's like the internet's wise old uncle who knows where everything is hidden. You type in your question and boom! A million links appear, faster than you can say I'm feeling lucky. It's reliable, it's familiar, and it's probably your browser's homepage right now. In the other corner, we have the new challenger, the smart, fast-talking kid on the block, GPT. Think of it as ChatGPT or other AI chatbots. This one is different. It doesn't just point you to a website. No, it talks to you. It gives you a direct answer right there in a nice, clean paragraph. It's like having a conversation with a super smart robot friend who has read the entire internet. You ask, how do I cook rice? And it gives you a recipe, step by step. No need to click on 10 different links filled with ads and long stories about someone's vacation in Italy before they get to the actual recipe. It's a whole new way of getting information. Now these two giants are locked in an epic battle. It's the ultimate showdown for how we find answers in our modern world. Google is the world's biggest library catalog. It tells you exactly which book, on which shelf, has the information you need. You still have to walk over, pull the book out, and read it yourself. It's a fantastic tool, and it has organized all the world's knowledge for us to explore. It gives you the power to choose from many different sources, letting you become the expert. It trusts you to find the best answer among the options it provides. GPT, on the other hand, is like the librarian who has read all the books. You ask a question, and the librarian just tells you the answer directly. They summarize all the information for you in a neat little package. You don't have to do the heavy lifting of reading through everything. It's convenient, it's fast, and it feels like magic. But here's the catch. You have to trust that the librarian understood everything correctly and is giving you the full picture. So the big question is, who do you trust more? The catalog that lets you choose, or the expert who gives you a single crafted answer? Let the showdown begin! Let's pull back the curtain on Google. How does it actually work? It's not just a magic box. Google has these little things called spiders or crawlers. Imagine tiny robot spiders, but less scary. They are constantly crawling all over the internet 24/7. They jump from link to link, reading every page they can find. They are reading websites, blogs, news articles, everything. These spiders are on a mission. Their job is to find all the information out there and bring it back to Google's home base. It's like they are creating a giant map of the entire internet. Once the spiders bring back all this information, Google has to organize it. This is the really clever part. It creates a massive index. Think of the index at the back of a giant textbook. But this textbook is the entire internet with trillions of pages. When you type something into the search bar, like best pizza in New York, Google doesn't search the whole internet right then. That would take forever. Instead, it searches its own super fast, super organized index. It looks for pages that have the words best, pizza, and New York on them. It's a librarian checking the card catalog, not running through the entire library. But how does it decide which page to show you first? This is Google's secret sauce. It uses a complex algorithm, which is just a fancy word for a set of rules. It looks at many factors. For example, how many other websites link to that page? If many important websites link to a certain pizza place, Google thinks, this must be a popular and good pizza place. It also looks at how old the website is, if it's secure, and if it works well on your phone. It even looks at your location to give you results that are close to you. So, when you see that list of results, it's not random. It's a carefully ranked list designed to give you the most useful and trustworthy information first. Google is essentially a giant popularity contest for websites, but with very smart judges. It points you to the original source of the information. It shows you the news article, the scientific paper, or the blog post itself. It gives you a menu of options, and you are the one who gets to choose which website you want to visit to get your answer. It's a powerful system built on finding and ranking existing human knowledge. Now let's talk about the new kid, GPT. This one works in a completely different way. It's not a search engine, it's a large language model. That sounds complicated, I know. Let's break it down. Imagine you wanted to teach a computer to speak English. You wouldn't just give it a dictionary. You would make it read a lot. You would give it books, articles, websites, conversations, a giant chunk of the entire internet. GPT has been trained on a massive amount of text. It has read more than any human ever could. It's like it went to the universe's biggest library and read every single book. After reading all that information, GPT didn't just memorize it. It learned patterns. It learned how words connect to each other. It learned the rules of grammar, the styles of writing, and the relationships between different ideas. It's like a student who studies for a test not by memorizing facts, but by truly understanding the subject. So when you ask it a question, it doesn't search for a web page with the answer. Instead, it uses its understanding of language to generate a completely new answer, word by word. It's predicting the next most likely word to create a coherent and helpful response. Think of it like this. If I say the sky is, you would probably say blue. GPT does something similar, but on a much more complex level. When you ask, explain gravity like I'm 5, it thinks about all the simple explanations it has ever read. It identifies the key concepts. Things fall down, Earth is big, it pulls things. Then it starts building sentences, one word at a time, to create a simple, easy to understand paragraph. It's not copying and pasting from a website. It's creating a unique explanation just for you based on its vast knowledge. This is why GPT can do amazing things like write a poem, summarize a long article, or even write computer code. It's a creator, not just a finder. However, this also leads to its biggest weakness. Sometimes it gets things wrong. Because it's generating an answer based on patterns, it can sometimes hallucinate, which is a fun way of saying it makes stuff up. It might state a wrong fact with great confidence because it sounds like something that should be true. It's like that friend who is a great storyteller but sometimes mixes up the details. It's brilliant, but you can't always trust it 100%. So, we have Google, the master librarian, and GPT, the super smart conversationalist. Who is better? The truth is, it depends on what you need. They are different tools for different jobs. It's like asking whether a hammer or a screwdriver is better. You wouldn't use a hammer to tighten a screw, right? If you need to know a specific verifiable fact, especially something recent, Google is your champion. For example, what was the score of the big game last night? Or is the post office open today? Google will give you the most up-to-date, accurate answer by pointing you to official sources. It's also the best for research, when you need to compare different opinions and see where the information is coming from. GPT shines when you need creativity, explanation, or a summary. Let's say you need to write an email to your boss asking for a day off. GPT can help you draft a professional-sounding message. If you want to understand a complex topic like quantum physics explained in simple terms, GPT can create a custom explanation just for you. It's fantastic for brainstorming ideas, writing a short story, or getting a recipe without the long personal story. It synthesizes information. It takes a big pile of clay, all the data from the internet, and molds it into a specific sculpture for you. It's for when you want the answer, not the research journey. But they both have weaknesses. Google can be overwhelming. You get a list of 10 blue links, and many of them are filled with ads, pop-ups, and long, poorly written articles. You have to do the work of sifting through the junk to find the treasure. GPT's weakness is its potential for being wrong. It can give you an answer that sounds perfectly correct but is completely made up. For important information like medical or financial advice, you should always double-check its answers with a reliable source. You can't just blindly trust the robot no matter how smart it sounds. So what's my final verdict? Which one is best overall? For me, the winner isn't one or the other. The winner is us, the users.